Jaden is
All righty, welcome to today's very special episode.
Andy.
What are you doing, Andy? A very
I'm
special episode of the
celebrating,
Box.
baby.
It's a
The
very
beginning of the
special
college
episode.
football season. Come on.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It
and No, I'm
is.
not talking Christmas. I'm talking about college football season. It's here. And, we're here to break a little bit of it down. We tried a few nights ago, we tried all 25 teams in the top 25. That show took 3 hours. And we're gonna save y'all from that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit about some things, and we're gonna dive on in to our top 10. That's the top 10 teams in the AP poll. We're gonna break what they got down, and then we'll go and give our teams that we think are really heavily slept on, our Heisman prediction, our Heisman dark horse, and who we think is going to win conference championships, who's going to be in the playoff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to start this thing out by talking about the dumpster fire that is Scott Frost's Nebraska program. They played in week 0. They didn't do so hot. They got beat by Bielema ball. That's just one nice way to say it. What did y'all watch it? What'd y'all think?
I didn't watch.
You didn't watch it, Chris?
I didn't tune in.
You saved yourself some time. You saved
It
yourself some
was
time.
it was the same time as the Chelsea game. So
So I believe Scott Frost took over in 2019. I think
18.
18. They have 12 wins since 2018.
This was the guy.
4-8, 4-8, 5-7, 3-5.
Keep in mind, Scott Frost was supposed to be the guy to.
He played there.
Yeah, he played there. He was supposed to be the guy that turn it all around.
I think he won the national championship there.
I think you're right. I think he did.
I think he was a quarterback.
I know he was a quarterback. I don't know if
he mistaken. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but yeah, I mean, Nebraska this year is what Tennessee was last year, in my opinion.
Tennessee. Well, I mean, I could agree with that, but
that's no hate. That's no hate to Tennessee fans or our guy Warren. That's just, I mean, you look at the year they had last year, they were really hyped up coming in. You thought it would be a year of success for them, and they started off hot, and then they just fell off a cliff. Garantano wasn't playing great for them. They'd had at least 4 quarterbacks, and
Garantano stunk.
He did stink.
And the thing with Tennessee is that even with Nebraska, they're not starting every single season in the top 25. For some reason, Tennessee every single year seems to start the season in the top 25.
Well, I don't think they are this year.
Finally, this year they're not. And then every year they go 5-7 or 6-6. Usually they make a bowl game, but
I think
it's embarrassing.
I think Tennessee is definitely going to be better this year, though. I mean, just from talking to Warren, you can tell that from what he said, the guys in that locker room are bought in. Warren's bought in. They got a few good quarterbacks in that QB room. I think they went with Joe Milton. I think that
no disrespect to Warren, he's a great athlete, one of the best athletes I've ever seen. But it's still Tennessee.
This man.
He said it's still Tennessee.
It's still Tennessee.
Where's Chris going?
Oh, get my phone.
Oh, man.
Why are you saying where I'm going? Why do you care where I'm going, huh?
Well, last time we tried to film, you left for an hour and a half.
They do this every year. They're still going to have to play Alabama. They're still going to have to play Georgia. They'll probably lose to Kentucky. They'll lose some game to Missouri, and then they'll probably lose a game out of conference too. And they're just never hyped up for what they're going to be. I mean,
they're hyped up. They just never.
I would not even be surprised if they play Bowling Green on Thursday and maybe win by 3 points. I wouldn't even be surprised. They could lose to Pittsburgh. Their schedule is not easy this year. They got to play at Florida. They have to play at Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia's going to be I just don't know, man. It's still Tennessee to me. I don't know.
Oh man. So we're gonna dive into everyone's favorite high school football team now. I figured out what their mascot is. It's the Bishop Sycamore Centurions. The Bishop Sycamore Centurions, world's greatest fake team, fake school. They're up there with the South Harmon Institute of Technology from the movie Accepted. I don't know if y'all seen that. It's got Jonah Hill in it. It's when he was fatter, so it was funnier.
What do you mean?
There's
Whoa.
Pause. Time out.
Whoa. No. What do you mean by that?
There's a correlation.
Jaden is fat shaming.
No, I'm saying there's a correlation. There's a correlation with the fatter Jonah Hill is in the movie, the funnier the movie is.
So he has to be fat.
No, not he has to be. But there's a correlation there. There's a strong correlation. It's not every time, but about 75% of the time, Jonah Hill's fat in the movie. The movie's pretty funny.
Well, why does it make it funny if he's fat though?
I don't know. He was just funnier when he was fat. He's still funny and he's skinny now, but.
Andy, you think that's fat shaming? Because I do.
I had to hop off that section of the podcast for future references when I have business to conduct and they pull this video up. I had to hop out of that fat shaming comment right there.
Hey, if we blow up, we are taking this episode down.
Nope. No. That's you. You are gonna have to take on everyone, not us. You, not us. You said it, not us.
I didn't say anything.
To protect Jonah.
I wasn't here during that part. I just joined.
Yeah, me. Oh, yeah, Andy just joined you, apparently.
Oh, that was my twin brother that said something. That was not me. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I'm just kidding, bro.
He looks exactly like me. Sounds exactly
You're
like me.
not wrong, but like I can't think of any movies where he's skinny.
He hasn't been in too many recently. But he's been slimmed down in movies though. Like compared to other movies.
I'm out of this conversation. Next topic.
All right.
But Bishop Sycamore, we got to break down this story. So fake high school, online, quote unquote, online charter school. All the players age range from 17 to like 20 something. A lot of them are junior college dropouts. The coach has a warrant out for his arrest.
Does he really?
Yes.
See, that seems a little bit ridiculous.
I mean,
why?
Well, I mean, he probably did something.
Is the reason because they got money for being on ESPN and it's fraud?
No, I don't think it's because of that.
If it's not something like that, then I don't see a reason why that's wrong. I think
it was a previous warrant. I think it was a previous warrant. So it was like, I don't know what he did. No one said.
So it has nothing to do with this then.
Oh, no. But he's had a warrant out for his arrest and he's kind of like covered it up.
Oh, well, I mean, I thought when you said that he had a warrant out for his arrest because of lying to ESPN.
That's so hilarious to me though that ESPN got tricked into something like that so easily.
Because ESPN stinks.
They're terrible.
Facts.
They're awful. They used to wake up every single day at 7 a.m. when SportsCenter would come on, sit on my living room couch and watch SportsCenter every single day. And now they barely even talk about sports. They just talk about how, oh, well, I just don't know if Kyrie Irving can be that good tonight because he's got all this, he's mentally messed up right now. That's all they talk about is guys' brains and stuff and how they're feeling. It's like, he's still Kyrie Irving. He's going to ball out. Like,
yeah.
Stop making up excuses and just trying to get a storyline instead of just talking about how good these guys are as being athletes.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
They're like, oh,
okay,
well,
Andy?
he's too soft. Oh, well, he can't do this. He can't do that. If
they're talking about Ben Simmons, they're right. No, if they're talking about Ben Simmons, they're right.
Dude, Ben Simmons was the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah, and he's going to be playing in China next year.
Yeah.
What do you want
yeah.
to say?
Also something that us three can never do. So Ben Simmons
that is
was still
true.
the number one pick.
I could never be a big sellout like Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
That is true.
Sell out.
You're right.
All right.
And lose Kendall Jenner. Like,
I'm just saying.
like,
I mean, it's annoying to
he's
see
just a
how
big
all these.
L.
It's just annoying to see how all these guys work their asses off to get to the top, and then they're at the top, and then all of a sudden ESPN comes in and talks about how they're mentally messed up and how they're not well structured enough to play the game. And
That's what happens when you're at the
career.
top. They gotta tear you down somehow. They gotta get in your head. They do the same
You
thing
need to be
to
strong
OBJ
enough
too.
to persevere through that, and most of these guys are. But it's just annoying, man. I want to see the highlights. That's all I want to see.
No, I know I'm with you, but like,
I feel it. I feel you.
they just gotta rip them down. When you're up,
Hey,
Alright.
shout out Pat McAfee show. That's
Shout
the
out
number one.
Pat McAfee. All right,
Shout out
we
Pat
gotta get into
McAfee show.
this.
That's the best sports show on the planet.
All right, we gotta get besides the box head boys, of course. Anyways, but we gotta get into this. We gotta get into these this little preseason thing, or else we're gonna have another 3-hour show. So
College football, let's go. Thursday night,
Football,
tomorrow
baby.
night.
Football, baby.
Tomorrow night,
Alrighty.
Ohio State, Minnesota. Let's go.
All right, yeah, we're gonna definitely have to try to have this out before that, and if not, then oh well.
L to Ohio State. Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna start with
I'll
number
be
10.
cheering heavily for Minnesota.
We're gonna start with number 10, North Carolina. They had a pretty good year last year. They got some key guys coming back. They got they got Sam Howell at quarterback, who's I think is one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. They got Josh Downs, grew up right down the road at our high school in North Gwinnett. He's a wideout for him. Tony Grimes, DB, Jeremiah Gemmel at linebacker, and they just got the Tennessee transfer of Ty Chandler at running back. Very big pickup for him there. After
he went to Tennessee.
Yeah, but they lost two. They lost two very good backs though.
I'm just kidding.
Some freshmen for you to keep an eye on: defensive lineman Keyshawn Silver and linebacker Power Eccles, with an all-time football guy name right there. That is a football guy name for sure. Power Eccles. Come on now. He's going to play for the Lions and Dan Campbell for sure.
They're going to be biting kneecaps off together.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to be there for more than 2 seasons. Relax. That team is a dumpster
do you
fire.
not like biting kneecaps off, Chris?
No, it's just the Lions are a dumpster fire. They've had like 9 coaches in 5 years.
Hey.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, they're not going to be good.
Hey, under Dan Campbell, though, they're going to be the funnest 2-in whatever team to watch.
I'm not watching the Lions unless
that'll be the funnest two-win team to watch.
My fantasy QB is playing them, so I can watch them just run up the numbers. Only reason I'd watch the Lions play.
But you'll see some kneecaps getting bitten off.
All right, let's get into UNC. I think obviously Sam Howell's a beast.
Yeah.
Really good quarterback. I think they go 10-2 this year. I think that they're going to lose to Miami. And then I think they're going to beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame, but I could also see them losing their first game of the year here at Virginia Tech. Blacksburg is a very tough place to play. Virginia Tech always makes it hard on their opponents, and it's a Friday game at 6:00. So that Sandman is going to be rocking.
Oh yeah,
I think
the entire campus classes are going to be canceled all day. I feel like.
Oh yeah, no, I think. And I might be wrong. This is going to happen in 2 days. This game is going to be played. So I don't know. But I think North Carolina loses to Virginia Tech and Miami this year. But I do think they get a big key victory at Notre Dame.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they go 10-2. I'm not going to speak on the conference championships yet because I think, that'll be
too early to call.
Show. That'll be a later show we have in the season. I think, I'm not sure. I don't even know who they're going to be playing yet. So we'll have a little conference championship show. But for now,
we definitely will. We'll definitely
go 10-2.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and add into that what you were saying about the conference championship thing. But we'll definitely be doing a little bit of a summary every week and a little bit of preview every week on pods.
100.
Whether it's over Zoom or in studio. It probably won't be in studio anytime soon just because everyone's spread out. Once everyone gets home from school,
I'm going to be back this weekend, and Kristen
I'm not going to be here this weekend. I'm gonna be at Georgia Clemson, but I'll go ahead and get with my prediction for North Carolina this season. I think they go 12-1. Their lone
Wow.
losses to Miami.
Wow.
Lone loss to Miami. I think they actually, you know what? This is conference championship related, so I'm gonna say it. All right. Chris, what are you thinking about UNC?
I think. Oh, my bad. I said 10-2. So I know I have them losing to Miami, but I think I counted. I'm trying to remember. I think I did say Virginia Tech also.
Yeah.
I think that's who I said. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
said Virginia Tech because I also counted I also have the conference championship in here, but we're not counting that. So,
Yeah.
but that would be me.
I
I have
have
Virginia
conference
Tech and
champions in a
Miami.
few of mine.
I didn't add it.
All right, so that sounds good. Let's keep it moving along with number 9, Notre Dame, 10-2 in 2020, which is probably the best season they've had in recent years, just because they actually beat a ranked team in that season. But at the same time, they went on to lose to the same ranked team in the conference championship, and then get absolutely throttled in the playoff. They
They
lose
never
Ian
made
Book.
it there. Let me make that clear.
They lose Ian Book.
They
So
never
they're
made it
starting.
to the playoffs.
So they are starting Jack Cohn, the Wisconsin transfer at quarterback. Some key players they got Kyle Hamilton, the safety. Just said Jack Cohn. Kyron Williams, one of the better running backs in college football right now. Some freshmen to keep an eye on. You got the quarterback coming in, Tyler Buckner, and Ryan Barnes, a defensive back. So what do y'all think about Notre Dame? How do y'all think they're going to do this year?
Andy, you going first or?
I was just about to
What?
say that to you.
Oh,
See,
okay,
this
then
is
okay, now I'll
whatever.
go. It's
I'm
fine,
not even
whatever.
getting into it
Whatever.
right now. About how you're just sitting there on your phone, like, oh, you want to go first? Anyways,
What do you mean?
let me handle this
All right, go ahead.
because Chris is being stupid. You heard me, Chris. Notre Dame's gonna go 9-3.
I'm very confused at what Andy's saying right now, everyone.
I was gonna ask you to go first,
Just
but
let it be.
yeah. Anyways, Chris is a stooge. Media family. That's all you need to know. I think Notre
I
Dame
don't know
is
who
gonna
the
go.
Stooge is.
Notre Dame is gonna go 9-3. I think Cincinnati has a great chance to make the playoffs this year. Notre Dame stinks. This is definitely a biased opinion because I hate Notre Dame. I think they're going to lose at Wisconsin. They're going to lose the next week to Cincinnati. And then they're also going to lose to North Carolina. I have those 3 losses for them right now. Lockdown, Pat. It's time for everyone to know, everyone in the world know that Notre Dame is a phony.
I've got them
And they
going
get into the
9-3.
conference championship every year because they don't play anyone good. And this year, finally, they have a little bit of competition. And of course, they picked the one top 10 team in Cincinnati that hasn't been ranked in 20 years. Of course, they did that because they're Notre Dame and they're stooges, just like Chris. But
I don't know what a Stooge is.
I actually think Cincinnati is a legit team this year, and they're going to surprise the Irish when they come to South Bend.
Well,
They're
they're
gonna
up
get
next.
that dub.
They're up next on the list, so we'll talk about them when we get there. But I have Notre Dame going 9-3 as well. I'm losing against Cincinnati, UNC,
Yes, sir.
and I have them getting upset at Virginia.
Okay, I like that pick.
Got to be bold with that one. I just, they're gonna have a down year. They're gonna have all hope lost, and then you're gonna go into go play at Virginia against a team that, if they're not even ranked right now, so they're probably gonna be playing like there's nothing to lose. That's why
You
I
see,
think so.
though, in my opinion, it's not even a down year for Notre Dame if they lose to Virginia. It's like Virginia-type teams are the only teams that we've played in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
They don't
Chris,
play
what do you think?
anyone.
Chris, how do you think Notre Dame's gonna do?
I have them going 10-2.
10-2.
I have them
That's
losing to Cincinnati, UNC.
Cincinnati, UNC. That's a pretty common theme here.
We all have them losing to Cincinnati and UNC.
Speaking of Cincinnati, they're our next team up at number 8. Very impressive 9-1 year last year. They made school history for sure. Key players of theirs. They got a very good quarterback in Desmond Ritter. Myjai Sanders, who's a very good defensive end. He gives a lot of people trouble. Trey Tucker, who's a great kick returner, along with a wide receiver, and Ahmad Garner at DB, who's probably one of the top DBs in the nation. Some freshmen to watch, though. Outside linebacker Chamon Mateer. I think I'm saying that right. And then we got another football guy name in safety Byron Threats. So that's kind of a little breakdown on Cincinnati. How do y'all have them doing this year?
Cincinnati's a great team. I think that they go undefeated through the regular season. The Indiana's not that good. They're still Indiana.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you.
I don't know. I think they're gonna go undefeated. And I think they're gonna listen, they're probably gonna lose one game, but in my mind, I would love to see Cincinnati in the playoff just because it would finally be someone that doesn't make the playoff every year. So
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see a team like Cincinnati in the playoffs. So I'll be cheering for them this year.
Oh yeah.
But
For sure.
my official prediction, because I want to manifest this into them becoming into the playoff, is they're gonna go 13-0 and win their conference.
Oh.
Because that's what I would love to see. That's what I want to see. But realistically, they'll probably lose one game to either Indiana or Notre Dame. I don't know, though. They might go undefeated, though, and they might get into the playoff and get wrecked. But it would be very nice to see a team like Cincinnati. Someone different, someone different.
I have them losing one game as well this year. I'm going 11-1, but they lose in an upset fashion to SMU. I feel like SMU's a team that's always like heavily underrated, heavily like underlooked, like people don't know what they have. What's so funny, Chris? Dude. What's so funny? Is it funny?
What?
What are you laughing at?
He knows. He knows. Like, keep going. No, you keep going.
No, I'm done. I'm waiting on you.
Oh, I need to go? Okay, so I have them going 13-0. I have to say it. Because I have them. They, like, when I look at Cincinnati, they beat Notre Dame. They're sitting there the rest of the year. They're literally sitting at, like, that top. What are they? They're number 8 right now. They're going to be just sitting probably at, like, 6 or 7 the whole year if they beat Notre Dame. Just be sitting on that outskirts waiting for everyone to kind of, like, start beating up on each other and upsets to start happening. Then, boom. I think they'll be number 4 at the end of the year. So I'm going to have to, especially if they go 13-0. So I'm going to have to stick to that. I'm with Andy. It would just be like kind of cool to see like a new team. Even if a Pac-12 team got in, that would make me happy. Like,
it would definitely be cool to see them in there. I'd love to see that for sure.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Yeah, where'd you go?
It's so quiet.
Yeah.
Y'all can't hear me?
Barely.
You got quiet. Like, why'd you get all quiet?
Do you want me to talk louder?
Why is he so quiet?
Yeah, why? What just happened?
I hear Chris perfectly. I don't hear Jaden.
I hear Andy perfectly.
What about now?
No. What just? No, like what happened? Like it was working and then it stopped.
Hold on.
Move your computer up. Wow, this is the best show on the planet, everyone.
We literally have to teach Jaden how to use his computer right now.
What about now?
Jaden. Same thing.
Like, how quiet would you say I am?
Oh, it's like ridiculous.
Here, it's like, how are you guys doing today? I'm Jaden Tiller, and this is the College Football Freak.
Yeah, it's that quiet.
What about now? Is it better now?
It's still quiet. Like, you're in the thing. What's up with your thing?
Let me leave the call for like.
It's that quiet, and it sounds like this.
Hey, if I leave the call,
do you think there it is.
Back. No, it worked.
Oh, it's back?
Yeah, what in the... Okay. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh, I hear you, buddy.
Hey, fuck it. We ball. Let's go. Okay. Number 7, Iowa State. What are we thinking about Iowa State? Well, they went 9-3 in 2020. They got Breece Hall at running back, who's top tier back in the country this year. They've got Charlie Kolar at tight end.
Are you sure it's
and then they've got linebacker Mike Rose. All 3 of those names, AP preseason All-Americans. And then they got quarterback Brock Purdy.
If that's his name, that's hilarious.
What?
I've never seen someone named Brees before.
Is his name Brees or Bryce? Or are you tripping?
Yeah,
Brees.
I mean it is Breece. So
That's a weird. It's a weird way to spell
okay.
it. It's
All
definitely
right.
unique.
It's definitely Brees then.
Some
yeah.
freshmen to
Brees.
watch. Some freshmen to watch. Defensive lineman Howard Brown and tight end Tyler Moore. What are we thinking for 2021 for them? How successful do we think they are?
They're gonna lose. They're definitely gonna lose at least 2 games.
At least 2 games.
But I think they could still make a New Year's Six bowl.
You think? Who do you think they lose to?
Well, definitely Oklahoma. I don't see them winning that game. And then I'm
Yo,
thinking-
Andy, can you talk a little louder?
I said definitely probably Oklahoma. And then probably Texas.
That's better. Thank you.
I think they'll
Yeah.
probably lose to Texas and Oklahoma.
Got you.
We heard you, buddy. We
You
heard
got you the first time.
Loud and clear.
It-
All right.
probably Iowa too.
So 3 losses.
Yes. 2 or
Okay,
3
it-
losses for the Cyclones.
We heard you,
Okay.
buddy. You made your point. Alrighty. I've got them going 10-2. I think they have a pretty good year. They lose to Iowa and our guy Tyler Goodson, and
Oh,
they
of
lose to
course.
Texas.
Well, besides
You
Georgia,
have them
Iowa's
losing
winning
to
the national
Oklahoma.
championship.
Okay. Wow.
What'd you say,
Wow.
Chris?
Y'all have teams losing to Texas and not Oklahoma. Are we
Hey
serious
man, it's
right
college
now?
football. It's college football. Anything
I
can
said
happen.
Oklahoma was gonna win.
No. Like, I hope you understand. You're putting
I
your
know-
marbles in Texas football right now. That's what you're putting your marbles in. Just
Yeah.
I'm just helping. I'm making sure you understand that. That's what you're
understand.
putting your. But
understand.
I have them going 9-3. Upset the
9-3.
T good. Yeah,
Okay.
upset the T good. Lost to
think I-
Oklahoma and lost to Oklahoma State, guaranteed.
Okay.
Their schedule's just that Big 12 schedule is just nasty. In the middle of the season, people just start literally
Yeah.
Oklahoma just be losing to Kansas State. Like, come on, like just wait on it. Like they're all gonna beat each other up as usual.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I mean-
Andy, yeah. Andy gave a prediction already, didn't he?
yeah, Andy already gave his prediction.
All right. Let's move on to our number 6 ranked team in the AP poll, Texas A&M Giga Maggies. They went 9-1 in 2020, which is insane considering. Wait, did they go 9-1? Some part of me feels like that's wrong. I know
Nope, I know
I
they
know they
only
had a
lost
good
one
year. I
game. It
didn't-
was to Alabama. Nope, they lost to Alabama, won every single other game. I know that for sure.
So I know they had a
played
good
Alabama
year.
first game.
I know they had a good year. I didn't think they had that good of a year.
No, like they
Yeah, they
literally
went 9-1.
The only reason they didn't make it is because Alabama is on their side.
They did go 9-1. Wow, that was not a typo. Okay. But anyways, you got key players in Isaiah Spiller, very dynamic back, Jalen Weidermeyer, very physical tight end, DeMarvin Leal at defensive end, and recently named the starter quarterback Haynes King. Freshman to watch, defensive tackle Shamar Turner, and I'm gonna try to not screw this name up, defensive lineman Tunmise Adelaide. Hope I got that right. What do we think about Texas A&M this season?
They're going 11-1. They're losing to Bama again, and then they're just gonna stick at number 5 again, back to
Not
back.
gonna make the SEC championship, but
They
they're gonna be
can't.
on the.
They literally can't because of Bama. They lose to them, they can't. And that's just what happens every year. No, but if they beat Bama, ooh, wow.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think
Their
about that.
schedules, their schedules in their favor. Like their
I
schedule's
know
so easy.
it
if
is.
they
It
beat
really is
Bama.
in their favor.
I might be sleeping on you, Texas A&M, but as of right now, I'm gonna have to stick to them being
Yeah.
number 5. Like I just see it again. They're a good team. Just Bama and them. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Andy,
man.
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking they lost Kellen Mond, which is a big loss because he's a really good QB. And I'm thinking that Texas A&M should not be this highly ranked at the beginning of the year this year. I'm thinking
And why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
like they lost.
They only lost.
They lost their starting quarterback,
Okay, so
and it's still Texas A&M. The only reason that Texas A&M never got any hype before Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel turned this football program around.
what does
Manziel
Johnny
did.
Manziel have to do with 2021 Texas
Because
A&M?
Texas A&M has never been good, ever.
But what does
They were good
Johnny
last year.
Manziel have to do with it though?
They
They
weren't
literally
even
went.
good
They
last
literally.
year.
They were
They
pretty
Texas
good.
went
A&M
9-1.
They haven't even made the SEC championship yet,
Because they lose
ever.
to Bama.
bro.
That's why
Texas
they went
A&M
9-1.
Texas A&M may be the most overrated program in the history of college football. Since Johnny Manziel was there, everyone got so hyped and was like, "Oh my God, Johnny football, bro! This team is not as good as everyone makes them out to be every single year." The fact that they're at number 6 right now is absolutely ridiculous to me. I think
Well, they
their
ended at number 5
schedule,
last year.
first of all, their schedule is insanely easy this year. So I'm going to give them a break, and I'm going to say that they go 9-3.
Oh, wow. I was expecting him to say like 6-6 or something, but
That's a break. 9-3. That
Damn.
9-3 is not a good SEC team.
it's better than Vanderbilt.
I mean, they did beat every
It's not
team
low
last year.
tier
though.
SEC. 9-3 is a great season for most programs. 9-3 is a mediocre season for an SEC football club. So
Football club. We in England now, Andy? What's going
All right,
on?
Wolf. Cheerio.
What just happened there?
Texas
Wow.
A&M's overrated.
All right. Major point, Andy.
I mean,
I have them going 10-2. I'm losing to Alabama, and I have them losing in a shocker, a high-scoring squeaker at Ole Miss.
I can see that. Always happens.
I think they're going to lose to
Texas A&M.
Alabama, LSU, and some random SEC team.
Ole
They're
Miss.
just going to get beat. Maybe Auburn. I don't know.
Chris, what are you thinking?
I already said mine. I said they're
Oh, you
going.
did?
They're going 11-1. They're only going
Oh,
to lose to Bama like they always do, and they never make because they can't make the conference championship. They can't make the playoff. Then they'll be stuck at number 6 or 7 as usual. That's what happens to them every year,
All
like
right.
every
They're
single
not
year.
good enough.
Someone made their point. All righty. Now we
Well, they're
move
not
into
good enough. So
we move
Well,
into the top.
When Bama's on your side, you can't beat them. Like you just can't.
We move into the
Exactly, they're
top
not good
5.
enough.
We move into the top 5 with me and Andy's Georgia Bulldogs, I should say, and Fenno's, but he couldn't join us again. But last year Georgia went 8-2. Some key players that they got returning. They got a boatload of guys returning. JT Daniels at quarterback, Heisman candidate. Zamir White, the running back, very solid back. George Pickens, if he recovers
We'll
fast
not be
enough.
playing against Clemson though.
He's not
Thank
playing
you.
against Clemson, but he could come
Thank
back
you.
this year. Jermaine Burton had a breakout freshman year last year at wide receiver. Tyke Smith, the safety who was a transfer from West Virginia, he is probable for the Clemson game. There's no real news on him. And Jordan Davis, the defensive lineman, he's an absolute unit. Senior, came back for this year to, solve some unfinished business. And probably the most key player, I guess you would say, on this little list I have is Eric Gilbert, the tight end wide receiver. He's not currently with the team though, so we put an asterisk next to that name, and it's a if he plays kind of thing. He will really help the Dogs season. Some freshmen to watch: Adonai Mitchell, the wide receiver, and Nyland Green, the DB. So I mean, Georgia's got, like every year.
So JT
got-
Daniels is going to win the Heisman.
All right. I mean, Georgia's got it like every year. They've got it set up perfectly. They just can't fuck it up again. They can do whatever they want this year. If they don't have that one game where they just absolutely forget how to play football, like how it happens every year, Like you think
JT
back.
Daniels is winning the Heisman. This team's going 15-0 all the way to the promised land, baby.
I wish I could agree with you there. And as much
It
as I want,
starts with Clemson and Charlotte on Saturday, Chris. I hope you're ready for that Bulldog.
All right, man. All right, man. I feel like the
Andy
fans.
can't
I feel like
bark.
the fans got more bite than the team most of the time.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
That was a good one, Chris.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna give you that.
speaking facts.
I'm gonna give you that one, Chris. That was a good one.
Wow.
Because you low key are speaking facts. You low key are.
I mean,
Wow.
y'all could talk to me all for 48 hours straight. Your team couldn't go 4 quarters. Like, come on,
That's
talk
fair.
more than your team
All right.
plays. Let's go. Get your mind
They
right.
let to Todd Gurley
Alrighty.
last time we
We're
played
gonna
y'all.
see.
All right.
They
Okay,
let to
Todd
Todd
Gurley was
Gurley
4
last
years
time we
ago.
played
Where's
y'all.
Todd Gurley now? His ACL's
Absolutely
gone.
tore
He's
you up.
he's on the bench. He's on
He's
the
not
bench.
even on
His
the
knees
team.
are gone.
He's not even
My
on the
knees.
team.
Oh, I'm Todd Gurley. My knees are gone. Oh,
I don't
Get
know
outta
why you're
here.
saying that because
outta
Todd
here.
Gurley tore you
Get
up
outta
last
here.
time we
Get
played.
out of here. Get out
You
of
let
here. What
let
does that
that
have to do with
bad knees
2021?
tear you up
What does
last
that have
time
to do
we
with
played.
2021? What does that have to do with 2021, Andy?
Hey, last
Bring up.
time
Why
we
don't you
played,
bring
that
up
man with
players?
bad knees
Hey,
tore you
why don't
up.
you bring up players that are actually playing and stop bringing up past people who are just magically gonna come on the field, Andy? Like,
All
come
right,
on, bro.
viewers. This is the
Bring up your
shit
own
I have to
team.
deal with
Bring up your own
every
team.
time we try to
Get
do
your
a
mind
pod.
right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. You're not ready.
Yeah, I hope
You're
you're
not ready for Saturday.
All
You're
right.
already thinking about. You're already thinking about Todd Gurley in the past. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about Todd Gurley in the past? Why
I'm
not
just
talking
saying
about
that's last
JT
time we
Daniels?
played.
Why not talking about Jordan Davis? Huh? Where are
We
they
beat
at?
you with Mark Raked. I don't want to hear it.
All right. Anyways, Andy, you gave your prediction already. Chris, what's your prediction on the
Yeah,
record?
national champs, fuck Clemson.
11-1.
Who you have them losing to?
I mean,
that's a given.
I mean, it's a given.
Georgia. To Georgia.
We're talking about
I don't think Georgia can lose
All
to
right.
Georgia, my man.
Andy's had a few shots tonight, so
I wanna
Yeah,
tell you about Clemson.
give him a break.
No,
I think we got to keep that in mind when he goes on a little rampage. He's not all too well right now.
Yeah,
I
but
thought you were talking about Clemson.
I have 11-1.
I don't want to
I'm-
hear Chris's UGA opinion. That's why.
I
said 11-1.
Yeah, that's.
let me give-
We're going 12-0.
all right. I have
Sorry, but Saturday's gonna be
bro.
rough
Can
when
y'all
you
shut
don't.
the fuck up for like 5 seconds? Holy shit!
Oh, and he's gonna be sitting there with his little shot glass.
I can't wait.
Jaden's gonna be in the stands. Jaden's gonna be in the
I
stands.
can't wait.
Daddy, can you take me home? Daddy,
Shut up.
yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
We will kill you on Saturday.
You're not ready.
All
You're
right.
not ready.
We will rip those tiger.
Oh my
heads.
God, you're not ready. Oh my gosh, you're not ready. I've been waiting for this for years. Y'all couldn't make the playoffs and just play Clemson one time. Now
We
it's
got more
time.
heart.
Now
We
it's
got more
time.
heart.
More
We've got more
heart.
heart in
More
the fight.
heart. More heart. Is this a Disney movie, Andy? Congrats. Come on, guys. More heart. Come on. More heart. More heart. We're going to Disney. Come on. Come on, guys. This is how I know they're going to lose. I'm
No one
talking
said
about more heart.
Disney.
More
We're gonna
heart.
smash your ass
More
on
heart.
Saturday.
All right.
Hey, guys. Kirby, we got more heart. We're going to win. Get that out of here, dude. Get that out of here. That's
Yeah, we
just
do.
sad.
And
More
we got
heart.
a Heisman
Are we
winning
All right,
seven?
quarterback.
Ayo.
We're
Ayo.
7.
Ayo. All right.
I knew that one
wins
was
by
gonna
heart
be
now.
rough because Chris is such an idiot.
All right. Let me talk now. Okay.
I don't want to hear it, Seashell.
All right.
See Saturday. Right.
So I got Georgia going 12. I got them going 11-1. I have them losing to Clemson week 1 because
Wow.
only because
After all that,
No, pause. No, pause. You have your own fans already saying you're losing.
I'm saying that for another
Dude,
reason.
Come on, dude. What else
I'm
do you
saying
want?
that
You got your
I'm
own
saying-
fans doubting your team.
if you let me
Here, if
finish,
I was
you can
playing
say,
Alabama
if
and
you
I
let
was
me
SMU,
if you let
I
me
would still
finish,
be an
if you let me
SMU fan.
finish, if you let me finish, I can
That's
tell you
sad.
why.
I can't
If you
even
let me
talk
finish,
right
I
now.
can tell you
I'm out of
why.
the camera.
I think, Georgia's going in this thing banged up. They're missing a lot of guys in their secondary. They're missing a lot of key players. Personally,
So,
I don't think
you
the
don't
offense.
believe in your team?
I mean, I believe in them, but at the same time, that's going to be a tough game to play, no matter if all your
It
starters
just sounds
are
like you're
healthy
going
or
to the
not.
game for no reason to me.
No, I'm still going.
You're already saying you're losing.
I'm not saying we're losing. I'm putting the anti-jinx
Did he
on.
not just say that?
I'm putting the anti-jinx
Did he
on.
not just say UGA?
This is the anti-jinx, okay?
There
It's
is
the
no anti-jinx when it comes to Georgia sports. You just jinxed it even more, sir. I hope you know that.
Anyways,
Thank
I have them losing to Clemson because I have them going undefeated the rest of the way. I have them
Fake
beating
fan.
Clemson in the national championship to
Who are
win
you
it all,
talking to?
getting their redemption.
Jaden, because he literally said his own team's losing the first game.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
Did you
how
not hear that
Jaden can
second
say
part?
that.
how he's the most he might be one of the most diehard Georgia fans. He just said they're losing first game. What
Clearly
does
I
that
not.
mean?
Clearly
said,
not.
Andy, shut up for 5 seconds. And I said,
Clearly not.
I have them losing week 1, but then going undefeated the rest of the way, facing off against Clemson again, and
Yeah,
getting their
but
redemption in
still,
the Natty.
You literally still are counting your own team out.
So when
not
Georgia
counting
wins,
them out.
you're
I'm
in
just
Charlotte
being-
on Saturday. They're gonna win, and then you're gonna be like, "Damn, I predicted." them."
Obviously, I hope
I
they
feel like
win.
a big
Obviously,
bum.
I hope they win. Obviously, I hope they go
That's
like
just sad,
15 and
bro.
0.
Man said he wants Clemson
But
to
I gotta
win
be a
pretty much.
realist
That's
here,
literally
you
what
know?
you
As
just
a
said.
Georgia fan here, I just backed up our entire program to Chris, and then
Yeah,
you want to
literally.
just tear it all down.
Yeah, literally.
I didn't tear it
As
all
a
down. I
Georgia
just said we'd
fan-
win the game that mattered.
Listen.
I just said we'd win
as-
the game that mattered in the end.
That game matters a lot in the end because our schedule's not great. But anyways,
I mean, if you beat Alabama in the SEC
that was
championship,
BS.
that's a pretty good win.
that was BS. That's insane that you said that.
Wait, are we counting the SEC championship in our prediction?
Oh,
Well, I
In
am
this
for this
spot?
one just because y'all just
Oh, okay. Well, then I
slandered
am
me.
too. I am too. Then, so then I'm gonna say they're going 11-2, and they're gonna lose to Bama as they usually do. Thank you. There it is.
I just don't see it in
I
Bama's.
just
yeah. Well, your
I just
team
see it every
beats-
year.
Yeah,
I just
well,
see it the
y'all-
last 6 years. I've
Yeah,
just seen it
y'all
the
beat-
last
While your
6 years.
team
y'all
beat
beat up
some
on
I've just
scrub
seen it the
Pittsburgh.
last
team.
6 years. I've just
While
seen it the
your
last 6
team
years.
in the ACC
Oh yeah, but you know what's
some
funny?
scrub
You know
team
what's
that
funny?
hasn't been
When
ranked in
Clemson
25
beats when
years.
Clemson beats
Yeah.
UGA, your win because you guys play in the SEC schedule will help
Yeah.
Clemson. So
While you're
thank you
playing some
very
scrub
much.
teams like Wake Forest and Pittsburgh, while we're playing real bona fide
Hey,
college
hey,
football teams.
Hey, Clemson lives
And
in
you're
South
playing
Carolina.
some
Why
trash
does it? Hey,
team.
Andy, listen. Hey, Clemson lives in South Carolina, but they decided to reach out to Texas and get them in the SEC. Why didn't they reach out to Clemson, huh?
Texas stinks.
Exactly. Why didn't they ask Clemson to join the SEC? Why'd they ask Texas and Oklahoma?
Clemson probably didn't want to because
The
They don't
SEC
want
didn't
Clemson
ask
to
them to
join.
join. The SEC didn't ask them
Because
to join.
they don't
Oklahoma and
want
Texas
Clemson to
All right.
join. They
They
don't
asked the
want
SEC
Clemson
to
to
join.
join.
because the SEC is the best conference on the planet.
Andy,
All right, next question.
Andy
next,
literally didn't answer my question.
all
What
right,
was your
next
question?
next team.
I said, why
Number
did they
4,
ask
Ohio
Texas to
State.
join, not Clemson?
They
Next
didn't
up,
Oh
ask
number
them
yeah,
to
4,
join.
no,
Ohio
we're done.
State.
We're done. Andy, we're done. Andy, we're done.
We're
Ohio
done.
State, worst
Ohio
team in college
State.
football.
Chris has
Let's
been
go.
waiting on this one.
Let's go.
2020 records.
Ohio State.
2020.
Dumb.
In
Worst team in college
2020.
football.
In 2020, they went 7-1. They lose Justin Fields. That is a very big loss. They lose Trey Sermon as well. They carried the offense.
Trey Sermon's
What they
amazing.
have is a quarterback in CJ Stroud. Garrett Wilson comes back. Chris Olave comes back to make it a wide receiver tandem. Then you have another football guy named Master Teague, the running back. Some freshmen to watch. Swanee, Georgia's own. Defensive back Jordan Hancock. And then recently enrolled quarterback Quinn Ewers. I think I'm saying that right. It might be Ewers. I don't know.
CJ Stroud is their quarterback.
Yeah, but Quinn Ewers could see some playing time this year. And he could. If the CJ Stroud
Very
experiment
dumb.
does not go
CJ
good,
Stroud's a
you can
freaking
expect to
beast.
see Quinn.
Yeah,
Ewers in
CJ
there.
Stroud's an animal.
Honestly,
Stroud's like this-
I
know he is.
just
I don't think we're
hear
going to see Quinn this year.
what's the college football guy's name? Not Kirk Herbstreit, the other guy with the black hair. I just
Chris
know
Olave.
that at the end of the year I'm gonna be hearing Olave.
Oh,
Olave to the end zone. I just know I'm gonna hear
that's
it.
low key. I hate Ohio State, but that's such a satisfying sound.
I know. I think Ohio State's getting to the national championship again this year.
Okay, I have them going 10-2. I have
I
them losing to
disagree.
Oregon. I'm losing to Oregon.
Oregon
And
stinks. They're Pac-12.
I have them losing at Indiana.
Oh man.
And Chris, I'm gonna give you the mic because I know you've been waiting to give your take on this.
Oh
one.
man. Andy said they're going to the national championship again. Oh man.
All right,
Wow.
Chris, give your take on Ohio State.
Wow. They're going 10-2.
Who do you have them losing to?
They're losing to Tua's brother at Maryland,
Oh,
and then they're going to lose to Michigan for Jim Harbaugh's job. He's going
Yeah,
to
okay.
absolutely win this year.
to
for his
save his job.
He's going to have to, and
He
he's
saves
going
his
to.
job. This is the year he saves
The
his
Maryland
job.
one's gonna happen. Maryland has a nasty wide receiver. They got nasty wide receivers. They
It's
got Tua's
been the year to
brother.
save his job for the last 8 years.
Well, you know what? They keep giving it to him. So this is the year now. And
Yeah,
then
when they
probably
get
next
wrecked
year will
again.
be 2. And
All
then
right,
the year
next
after that
up,
will probably be
we
2.
have Chris's favorite team at number 3, the Clemson Tigers.
Trash.
10-2 in 2020. They return DJ Uiagalelei. Did I say it right? Boom, there we go. First try too.
Sounds like you've been practicing.
I have been. I'm not gonna lie, just for this.
Oh
Quarterback.
my gosh.
He's a gunslinger. They got Justin Ross back. Braden Galloway at tight end. They got James Skalski and Brian Brissi. Is it Brissi or Brisset? Because I've heard it been said Brisset.
I haven't heard it say be Brisset before.
I'm gonna say Brissi. Because that sounds pretty cool.
I haven't heard
Brian
Brisset, but
Brisset sounds kind of cool too, though.
yeah, no, that sounded fire.
So what's your prediction?
I'm not done yet. Some freshmen to watch. Will Shipley, running back Will Shipley, very high touted out of high school. And none other than our first guest ever, linebacker Barrett Carter. Word on the street is he's going to get some good playing time in the opener against Georgia. Chris said he's going to start, but, I mean, we're not
I'm just going off of what the recruiting pages say. I'm not the coaching staff.
We're not the coaching staff. We don't know if he's going to start. It'd be cool if he did. I would love to see it. I'd be very happy for him if he did get to start because he's worked his ass off. Anyone who went to high school with us knew Barrett as a very hard worker, so we're very happy for him. Let's get into predictions. I have him going 12-1 with a loss to UNC in the ACC title.
You're a disgrace, Jaden.
Yeah, that's actually ridiculous. Like, even I'm like, you gotta at least say your team's gonna beat Clemson.
Oh,
like,
I think they can beat
you
Clemson.
You can't say they think they're gonna win and then you just said they lost. Like, that doesn't make sense. You just said it's 11-1 and then they only lost to UNC. That means they beat your team.
I'm on a podcast. What's up?
Who is it?
It's Braden or Nick. Did you not hear me?
It's kind of funny.
It's locked for a reason.
It's locked for a reason.
On the podcast.
Gotta love roommates.
It's Braden, just being stupid. Well, obviously, since I'm the real fan here, I guess, even though I've never been to a Georgia game, this guy definitely has. Obviously, they're gonna be Clemson week 1, so Clemson's gonna be 0-1 at the beginning of the year. But then just looking at the rest of the schedule, it's the typical ACC BS that you see every year. They don't play anyone for the rest of the year. So basically expect 51-0 wins for the rest of the year because Clemson's too afraid to play anyone with real skill. So when Georgia comes and meets them,
too afraid, or did the
when Georgia comes and meets them in week 1 and they get pounded into the ground, just be ready for that. But the rest of their schedule, I think probably the toughest team looking here on the rest of their schedule maybe is Georgia Tech. So pretty embarrassing. And
they play at Tech or at Clemson?
It's at Clemson, and that might be either.
That's gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, yeah, and that's probably their toughest game on the rest of the schedule. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I don't know how Clemson gets away with it, but finally at the beginning of the year, maybe they can play someone with some real skill and get their ass beat like they deserve to. Because for the last 3 years, they have absolutely nobody in the regular season.
Last 3 years. 3 years.
Oh my God! Don't even bring up Notre Dame because they were not good.
You're the one who just said 3 years ago. I just said Auburn. First of all, when you said 3 years ago, I did not say Notre Dame. Nobody counts Notre Dame as a team.
Yeah, the fact that you guys
want teams to play.
Y'all are so trash. The scheduling of Clemson is so trash.
How can you schedule?
Hold on.
Like they're in the ACC. What do you want them to do?
Let me shut you up for a second. Let's go through the schedule here. You got South Carolina. You got Georgia, obviously. Toughest game of the year, week 1.
Okay.
We're going to beat your ass. So then you're 0-1. Then you got South Carolina State.
Okay.
Then at home. Then you got Georgia Tech at home. Then you got NC
ACC
State.
conference game.
NC State will be a tough one
ACC
for him.
conference game.
For what?
NC State will give him a run.
NC State.
Don't listen to what Jaden's saying.
NC State will give him a run.
College. NC State, Boston
ACC
College,
conference game.
Syracuse. It doesn't matter if it's in
ACC
the
conference
ACC.
game.
The ACC is ass.
What do you want them to do? Would you want them to change conferences, Andy?
Bro, Boston College. Then you got
Andy,
Syracuse.
real
Then
dumb
you
right
got
now, Andy. You look real
Pittsburgh.
dumb. ACC conference game.
Then you got Florida
ACC
State,
conference
who's
game.
maybe won 5 games in the last 2 years.
Game.
Then you got Louisville. Then you
Jaden,
got
you hear
UConn.
how stupid this guy
UConn.
sounds? Oh,
You guys
Oh,
scheduled an outer
alright,
conference
so
game with
I'm
UConn.
Georgia, and I'm going to play. Let's think. I'm gonna play
UConn
Florida.
has not.
Like,
UConn
this
has not
guy's so
scored an
funny.
offensive
This guy's
touchdown
so funny.
in 687 days. UConn has not scored an offensive touchdown. And y'all scheduled UConn. Then you have Wake Forest and South Carolina. If that is not the most
And then a
trash
rivalry game.
schedule I have ever seen. Oh my God. They are playing absolutely nobody.
Now
Clemson
all the
can't do
viewers get to
anything
know
about
what
a
I get to
conference.
hear all day and all night.
They are playing absolutely nobody.
All right.
Okay, but what can they
Except
do?
for
Leave
Georgia.
the conference and do nothing?
No,
All
y'all
right,
are
guys.
trash. Let's move on to Oklahoma.
All right.
No,
Number
before
2,
we move back-
Oklahoma.
No.
Number
No,
2,
no.
Oklahoma.
Andy,
Number
what do you
2,
What do you
Oklahoma.
expect Clemson to do about their things?
Number 2,
What do you expect them
Oklahoma.
to do then?
Maybe don't schedule UConn, the worst out-of-conference team in the entire NCAA.
All right, who are they supposed to schedule? Who are they supposed to schedule at the end of the season?
Dude,
then?
I don't care, but
Who?
whatever.
Andy? Not
And the
someone who's
ACC is
independent, so
trash.
it doesn't go
Their
across their thing.
schedule is trash, so I don't want to hear you talking about, oh my God.
They know this. You say this about every other conference. I'm sorry, I'm not an SEC fan. Like,
If-
don't get mad.
If they lose
Like-
this Georgia game
like-
and then they win out, they should not be able to make the playoffs.
All right. Number 2,
That's your opinion.
Oklahoma.
I believe that.
Rest of their
Go
schedule
Number
ahead.
is so
2.
trash.
Number 2, Oklahoma. Record of 9-2 in
Chris is
2020.
tripping.
They've got Spencer Rattler at quarterback,
Okay.
Marvin Mims at wideout. They've got Eric Gray.
you're just
coming over
mad.
from Tennessee. Chris,
It's
shut
okay,
the fuck
Andy.
up.
It's
lineman,
okay,
Wanya
Andy. Keep
Morris.
yapping. Keep
Both of y'all
yapping.
shut the fuck up. Holy shit.
I didn't
So
say
Oklahoma's
nothing.
best players are Spencer Rattler, Marvin Mims, Eric Gray, and Wanya Morris. Freshman to watch Mario Williams and Caleb Williams. So first of all, Clemson is way better than Georgia, and second of all, Oklahoma will go guaranteed 13-0. Spencer
13
Rattler
is-
as Heisman.
13. Oh, okay. I'm going 12-1 with a loss.
It's just
to
because he plays
Iowa
in the Big
State.
12, and he's literally going to go 500 touchdowns.
I have OU losing to Iowa State. So,
Okay.
what about you, Andy?
Andy's just in his own world right now, just doing this to the mic. Like, what is he doing?
I think Andy's gone right now, honestly.
This man
I'm
thinks
talking about how
he's
much
Richard
you're
Sherman or
yapping.
something.
Andy, what do you have for Oklahoma?
I was answering the question for Jaden.
Andy, what do you have for Oklahoma?
Clemson sucks, is what I have to say, first of all. Second of
That-
all, I think Oklahoma's going to go 11-1.
Okay.
12, and they're going to win the Big 12. They're going to make the playoff. Spencer Rattler's really good. They have a good offense. They're a good team. And
Mhm.
also the Big 12 kind of stinks. So,
Every conference
Yeah, all right.
thinks.
Alrighty.
I mean, yeah, every conference
that
does
was a
stink
quick
outside
one.
the SEC pretty much.
All right. That was a quick
Yeah.
one. Let's move on to
That's
number
what
one.
I just said before you went on that long banter about
Shut
schedule.
the fuck up. Let's move on to number one.
Dude, this guy's
All right, number
terrible.
one, Alabama, record of 13-0 in 2020.
Yeah,
They
they're
got
going to
Bryce
go
Young.
0-12.
They got Bryce Young, John Mechie, Josh Jobe, Trey Sanders, and they've got another football guy name with possibly the coolest name in all of sports as a freshman, Kool-Aid McKinstry. That is a cool name. Not even gonna lie.
His name is not Kool-Aid.
It is 100% Kool-Aid. Look at the roster. I checked when I did my assignment. But I have him going 11-2, and that's counting the
I know he
conference
got
champion.
bullied a bunch.
I have him going 11-2.
If his name is
counting
really
conference.
Kool-Aid, he got bullied a bunch. That's hilarious.
He probably
Kool-Aid.
did get bullied. He probably did get bullied.
No,
Honestly.
he got bullied a bunch until he became a beast.
Yeah,
Alabama
now it's cool.
prospect.
Now it's cool.
I have Alabama. I guess I have them at. Oh,
What? What?
oh, never mind.
What is it?
I have them going 13-0. Never mind.
Oh, I'm going 11-2, but that is also counting a conference championship. So
I
I
did
have
too. I counted. I told them 13-0. So I counted my conference championship too.
I have
Yeah,
losing.
they're going 12-1. They're losing to UGA.
I have them losing at Alabama, or not at Alabama, at Auburn, just because I mean it doesn't matter how good or bad Auburn is. Playing Jordan Hare is hard, and Auburn's gonna make that game their Super Bowl because they always play that game hard, especially when it's at home. So I would not be surprised to see Alabama lose and like a uncharacteristic, like kind of sloppy loss. And then I have them losing right the very next week against Georgia in the SEC title.
Wow, he picked Georgia to win.
Yep.
Nick Saban losing in the back-to-back. When is that?
I
Okay.
don't know, but it's 2021. Anything can happen.
What's gonna
Anything
Not with
can
happen?
that
happen in
guy.
2021.
First week,
That guy's
First
like
week,
that guy's like
they're
Darth
gonna
Vader.
beat.
He don't
First
lose.
week, they're gonna beat Miami 59-0, probably,
No,
Yeah.
like 77-0.
and then they're
You're
gonna
being
win
nice with
out.
59.
I think they're gonna be 12-0, and they're gonna be number one, and Georgia's gonna come in there and shock
They're
them.
not gonna win out as easy as you're saying though.
It's
They're not gonna win out as
Alabama.
easy
What
as
do
you're
you
saying.
mean?
They'll have a few
Listen,
tough games.
they have to play at Texas A&M. As much as you don't think they're that good,
That
they
place is
literally
so
have
tough.
to play there. And Texas
Playing in a
and
tough
that place is
environment.
tough.
It doesn't matter who you're
For
playing in a
sure,
tough
they play
environment.
there every year. You know how many guys on that team have already played at Texas A&M? They're gonna be ready for that, man. They're gonna come out swinging. They're gonna win that game. It might be a dogfight, but they're gonna win that game. They're gonna be 12-0 until they meet the Bulldogs in the SEC championship.
Alrighty, so there you got it. There you got it with the top 10. We're gonna move into teams that we think are heavily slept on. We're not gonna go too deep on it because we don't want another long show. So we're just gonna kind of state who we think is underrated and maybe give like 15 seconds of why we think they're underrated. I'm gonna go ahead and start it out for y'all. I think Ole Miss and UCLA are gonna shock some people this year. They're gonna have a pretty good year. Ole Miss has got Matt Corral, they got Lane Kiffin, they got that offense. Defense is gonna give up 800 yards a game, but Ole Miss is gonna have at least 1,000 yards a game. So I mean, offense beats defense in that situation. And then we go over to UCLA. They got Chip Kelly, surprisingly. Forgot he existed for a minute. Dorian Thompson
Ruined the
Robinson.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Dorian Thompson Robinson at quarterback. He is lethal. He is tough. And that's my case for those teams. Chris and Andy, who y'all got?
I really only have one, and they're already ranked number 8, but I think Cincinnati is gonna surprise a lot of people this year.
Yeah, you have them going to the play or not going to the playoff, but you think they can.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I don't think they're gonna lose a game. And if they don't lose a game and they don't get into the playoff, I'm gonna be very mad. Because they started the year at number 8. So I don't think they lose the game this year. And if they do lose a game, I think it'll still be close with them getting in the playoffs. Like if they barely lose to Notre Dame or something, I think that they could still get pretty close into getting into that playoff. I don't think that they would, but if they win out and they win the American Athletic, they're gonna go to the playoffs, and that'd be freaking amazing to see. I would love to see that rather than just these 4 basic teams get into the playoff every year and not deserve it.
Hey, yo, this is not college football related, but it just popped up on my Instagram that Kanye put Donda billboards up in Toronto. That's kind of funny.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. That beef's so overhyped. It's now that we're on that beef's so overhyped. Like that message just it literally doesn't even make sense. Like
What? Oh, the beef? I don't even get why they're beefing.
No,
I don't understand
they
it.
literally are beefing for no reason. No, they're literally beefing because like for views and more money. That's the only reason I see it right now. It's actually so like ridiculous. But hey, good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them. They're living life to the fullest for sure. Chris, who did you say your underrated team yet?
No. I'm gonna say, since Andy already said Cincinnati, I'm gonna say Oregon and Washington.
I knew it was Nick who came to my door.
I'm going just because what's it called? They both play two good teams in Ohio State and Michigan, and I believe that those games, and they play them pretty early in the season, so I believe that those games will open up their eyes, and
Yeah.
Oregon and Washington will actually be pretty good teams in the Pac-12, at least.
Okay.
That's what we
Just
want,
because they
Nick.
played like Ohio State and Michigan. Yeah, well, I just think that's what I think. I think Ohio State will wake Oregon up, or if they beat Ohio State, then I don't think they're losing in the Pac-12. Like they're locked. So, but that's just those are my two teams.
Okay. Let's move on to our next little section. We got Heisman predictions and Heisman dark horse. So you're just gonna give a prediction, who you think wins it, and who you think could be a dark horse. We'll go ahead and start this thing out. I've got JT Daniels winning the Heisman. Out of Georgia. My dark horse is Tyler Goodson, running back out of Iowa. That's our guy. He's been on the pod once. He's definitely coming on again. And then I also think Matt Corral could definitely be a dark horse. He's, if he doesn't throw 6 picks in a game, he's throwing for 6 touchdowns. And I mean, he just knows how to, score.
I mean, every QB does that. If you're not throwing 6 picks, you're throwing 6 tutties.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll
be throwing 6 picks.
Last year he was throwing either 6. If he like one game he'd throw 6 picks, the next he'd throw 6 tutties. It was like inconsistency. Who do you think, Chris?
I think Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler? Who's
will
your
win.
dark horse?
Tyler Goodson, Sam Howell.
Okay.
I think Sam Howell is going to put up some like insane numbers. Like he might put it near. He might put near Spencer Rattler numbers. I'm gonna have to put that out there.
Okay.
He might. And then Tyler's just gonna go off. So
Tyler's just gonna be Tyler, Andy, what about you?
Our boy's here.
Who? Yo. What up, Braden?
He's joined the pregame show. I want to hear Braden's thoughts.
Braden,
he knows so much about football.
Braden, who do you think wins the Heisman this year?
Braden? Name one player in college football. Show your face on the camera when you say it. I don't think you can name one.
Let Braden.
My man.
Bye, Braden. Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that's your favorite to win the Heisman?
Yep. Tegan winning the Heisman.
Hell
baby.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Being real, I think JT Daniels will win it. I think Sam Howell's my dark horse. Even though he's a really good, high-rated QB, I don't think. Shut up, Braden. I don't think a lot of people are gonna recognize him as a Heisman favorite just because he plays for UNC.
Okay.
He's the number 1 projected QB in the draft next year. They're gonna be paying attention.
Not projected to win the Heisman though, dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he's still the number 1 projected QB in the draft though, and that's immediately hyped. You saw Zach Wilson. I've never heard his name, and then last year he goes to the Jets, whatever pick he went.
Zach Wilson's
Like you can get hype. You can get hype in literally 2 games in the college football. So that's what I'm saying.
Who do y'all have winning conferences? I mean, I know we kind of laid the foundation for what we think's gonna happen. So I guess just give a little rundown. I'm gonna go first. You're gonna go. Okay.
You go.
I mean, I guess I'll go.
Yep.
So am I going or are you going?
Who
cares?
You got it.
All right. Okay. In the SEC, I got Georgia over Bama. In the ACC, I got UNC over Clemson. And in Big Ten, I have Ohio State. I just don't know who they'd play because I don't follow Big Ten like that. And in Big 12, I have OU over Iowa State. That's a redemption win for OU. And in the Pac-12, I have Oregon winning it. I just don't know who they'd play.
I have Bama over UGA, Clemson over UNC,
Yeah.
Iowa over OSU, Oklahoma over Iowa State, and Oregon over Washington.
Okay. Andy, what about you? Where did he go?
I didn't think anything.
Oh, he's making his food, isn't he? Andy, what do you think?
Well, obviously UGA is gonna win the SEC. Clemson's gonna win the ACC. Oregon or USC is gonna win Pac-12. That's a toss-up for me. Ohio State's gonna win the Big Ten. Which one am I missing?
I don't know.
Did you say Oklahoma or?
Oh yeah, Big 12, Oklahoma for sure.
Yeah, I forgot. My bad. Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Okay.
right.
Let's move into one last portion of the show. Playoff predictions. Who wants to start that? I can go. Chris can go. Andy can go. Who wants to be the first one to go?
Well, we know that the playoff committee never changes anything, and they keep the same 4 teams in there every single year. So, just going off of recent bias, obviously I got to put Georgia in there, but I also have to put Ohio State and Clemson, who never plays anyone, in there, and then probably Bama too. I mean, honestly, but for this year, I'm just gonna, because I want to, and I'm trying to manifest it. I'm gonna say Cincinnati.
Yeah. Okay. I got at 1, I have OU. At 2, I have Georgia. At 3, I have UNC because of that big win in the ACC title. And at 4, I have Clemson. And in the first round, I have Clemson beating Oklahoma pretty easily. Georgia beating UNC pretty easily. And then Georgia gets that redemption win and beats Clemson to win the national title.
I have Bama 1, Clemson 2, Texas A&M 3, Oklahoma. No. I got flipped that around somehow.
I'm reading it off right now. It's not
I
that hard
just
to
know. I just know for sure. Texas A&M. I'm like thinking about it now because UGA would be my number 4, but I'm thinking if they lose to Clemson and Bama, that's 2 losses, and if Texas A&M has 1, they might sneak in. I don't know why committee, because they're just gonna have to put someone in over Cincinnati. They're gonna have a reason.
Yeah.
So I think they'd put Texas A&M over Cincinnati.
Especially if Texas A&M were to beat Bama. If they were to beat Bama, especially.
Oh, if they beat Bama, Texas A&M number 1. Texas A&M is number 1 if they beat Bama.
No, but say they lose
obviously.
a different conference
Texas
game.
A&M stinks.
If they lose a different conference game, though, that's a whole different story. Like you beat Bama, but you lost to, I don't know their whole schedule by heart, so I'm just gonna say Vanderbilt for no reason. Like say they lose to Vanderbilt, they wouldn't. Okay. But in this arc of a story, they do. Like say that happens, then you're like, like what happens now? Yeah,
I know. I got you.
And that's where the predicament happens.
I just think Texas A&M will get in some, like, just because like Cincinnati will be undefeated, and they will put like Texas A&M is one. Which I understand, like Texas A&M is gonna be a good team. Like I understand why they're gonna put them over Cincinnati. It's just like Cincinnati is undefeated, and that's gonna be the talk. I already know it. Yeah. I already see it already.
And before we get on out of here, I will say I'm starting to have a change of heart on my week 1 prediction for Georgia because I was on Twitter a little bit. I'm reading that Tigers are having some O-line issues, finding 5 guys in that O-line and finding a center, and that's really crucial.
Well, that's a lie because Clemson got the number 1 center last year, and he is playing. So I don't know what you're reading.
They're trying to find an offensive line is five guys that work together well.
I promise you, they literally 2 players came back to not go into the NFL, and then they have the left tackle who they literally just got from their recruiting class, and Bryce has already been there. So I know for sure really that I don't know what you're reading.
I really hope that that dropping a true freshman in on the O-line doesn't mean he's going to be successful.
He's not a true freshman. He's a redshirt freshman. But okay, yes, I understand.
But
if he is the top 2 offensive tackle coming out of this class, he should be able to perform though. Right?
Yeah, he should.
No.
Yes.
He should.
Not against NGA, baby.
Thank you.
And then at the
Should
same,
be able to
I will
perform.
also say Justin Ross is coming back, which gives Clemson an edge. But
Nope. No,
how
that's not
healthy
just
is
it.
he? How healthy
Justin
is he
Ross,
though?
Frank Ladson are coming back. Those are Clemson's number 1 and 2 wide receivers last year, and they did not play a single snap last year.
Okay,
And they're
dope,
playing.
dope. Okay, but I will say,
So-
I think the impact Justin Ross is gonna have on this game is a lot more than what people think it is because, he's come back from a pretty serious injury. It's his first game in over a year. You don't know how he's going to play. And obviously,
Clemson
I want him
has
to do
unlimited
good
wide
'cause-
receivers. Justin Ross
mean-
could drop the ball 5 times, and EJ Williams will most definitely get the tutties. Frank
Well-
Ladson will get the tutties.
Well, they're not going to be
Clemson
able to
just
get the
got wide
ball.
receivers galore.
They're not going to be able to get the ball when DJ's lying on his back all day because his offensive line
How?
couldn't block
Oh,
somebody.
because Phil Moffa's just gonna run past everyone and hit the nicest block on Jordan Davis every time. His 6'2" Derrick Henry self. Come on, man.
Phil Moffa is a true
You got to
freshman.
get on.
Phil Moffa is also
So
a
is
true
Will.
freshman.
So is Will Shipley.
That doesn't mean they're going to do good in the game. They'll have a good year. They won't.
That doesn't mean they're
Their
gonna do
first game
bad.
is not going to be great. The first game they have is
You
not
don't
going to
know
be great.
that. The first game could be their best game ever.
Nobody's first start is the
But
best
you
start.
don't know that.
I
You
do.
don't
I've
know
seen
that.
it.
You've
I've
seen it.
before.
Who? Name someone.
Who could I name here? First start. Jacob Eason.
You're using a washed-up QB as your scapegoat, not a oh my god! Okay, we're done with this conversation. I'm hopping up.
All right.
This is unbelievable.
All
A
right.
washed-up QB as your scapegoat.
All right.
How was Jacob Eason washed up? He got drafted by the Colts.
When did he play?
He's probably gonna be a starter now because Carson Wentz
He
is
was
still
playing
hurt.
at Washington.
Okay, how are you going to the whole time diminish every conference and then try to hype up Washington, Andy? Exactly. Here you go.
He has a starting
don't-
QB
nope.
job, something us would never have.
All righty.
No,
I
you're not
think
understanding
that
what I'm saying.
concludes-
You diminish
Suck.
every
He
conference.
can throw the
You
ball
diminish
like
every
90
conference,
yards.
and then you try to
can
hype
probably
him
throw
up.
the ball
Dude,
20.
you can't do that. That's
I know I can
hypocritical,
throw the
Andy.
ball 70
Come on, brother.
yards. I want to see you throw a ball past 20 yards, and then we can talk.
All right.
What is me having
I
to do
think
with this anything? Andy's drunk, guys. I'm sorry, everyone.
He is.
No,
drunk.
I'm not. I haven't had anything to drink.
Cap, I saw you take a shot before we got on.
Your eyes and the way you're talking right now are telling you
You're slurring
otherwise.
your words a little bit, buddy.
No, I'm
You
not.
literally are slurring your words.
I have not
All right.
drank anything.
I know you just saw how he looked up at the screen. He's literally looking
did.
at it sideways right now.
I did.
Y'all are being
Like-
stupid.
All righty. That concludes today's
Especially
episode.
Chris.
Happy football season. Can't wait for y'all to enjoy the season. Have a safe year. Enjoy yourselves this Labor Day weekend. Don't go too crazy, but have a good time. And
I'm coming back. To
I did
Swanee. Hey, new Blockshead Boys pod coming out if Chris doesn't want to back out on me. I want to make that
All right.
official right now that there will be a pod that will be recorded this weekend, whether Chris likes it or not.
all righty.
And
Well,
it could
on
be
the
on
lookout
Zoom.
for that.
I'm down for
I
that.
won't be on it. I will not. I mean, if
Well,
I'm
I'ma
back in
be
time,
the
I can try
studio
to be on
for
it. If I'm back in time, I can try to
I'ma
be on
in the
for it.
studio
But I
for
can't
it.
make a guarantee. I did some research on Spotify before this to see if we can make it happen. But I found a knockoff version of the SEC on CBS theme song, the greatest theme song in all of sports.
NFL. You lost it.
That's up there too.
You lost
That's up there too.
NFL. Nope. NFL's the best. It's just worse than college football. They need to switch the songs.
But that CBS song is fire though.
Yeah, no, it is.
The CBS. Because it's
that's
college football
SEC.
season, we're gonna close this thing out not with like a Migos song. We're closing it out with the SEC on CBS theme. Thank you. Good morning. And if I don't see you later, good afternoon and good night. I don't know. That's a movie quote.
What is he?
to-
What is he saying right now?
I'm trying to Truman Show quote.
I haven't seen that.
Did y'all
before.
never see
I
Truman
got
Show?
Is it a movie or a show?
Show. Very good movie. Or no, movie. It's a movie. Very
Yeah,
good
I was
movie.
like, okay. Yeah, I don't like movies that much. I like shows more. So
It's a very good movie.
I'll watch it though.
It's got a fuck's his name? Jim Carrey. So
Mm,
whenever
might be funny.
you're listening to this or watching this, guys, good morning. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Enjoy your weekend of football.